Hello, everybody. Welcome to December Daily, day 30. Oh, goodness. It's hard to think. I'm already thinking, tomorrow and then going back to work and all those things. So it just feels crazy. Anyway, and of course, the minute I start talking to you, I start to cough. Hopefully not as bad as it was yesterday. But so this was day 29. It was really my new ornaments and a fold out because I knew I was going to need more room behind. And as I do this, I love this fold out, but I really needed another one on the back of here. So just with the amount of photos I had a couple of photos I didn't include, but I may do a page in another book of mine with those kind of more separate stories to tell. And I am going to cough, of course. So this is yesterday we had Christmas with my grandkids. So here's M number 2, 3, 1, and 4. And I did it M number 2 because of the way the kids are sitting. And I'm not going to make them, position them for photos. And it, a lot of kids in a small area and, there's things flying, although they were really good about just opening a present. Like each one of them opened their present at one time, and they let me and my boyfriend open our presents first. They'd been waiting, so I just thought that was really sweet that they did that. But anyway, so M3 is the only one that the photo direction is actually going to, her eye is going to the right. Everybody else says it was going to the left. So I just kind of had to play around. M4 was so close to me. These photos were a little dark, so I put them here. And I don't love that this flip out covers that, but like the other pictures, and this is just so cute. M1 is going to be 11 next week. Or actually, I'm sorry, later this week because it's Sunday. And he's, running around with bows on his head, and he's just such a sweet kid. So we opened presents. We played lots of games. This actually extends back to this back side here as well because there were more games played. I love this photo of kind of all of them after the presents were opened and they're just sort of gathered around. I just thought that was really sweet. This photo is important because, hey, Krista, Happy New Year's Eve to you as well. So this photo is important because when my mom decided to no longer be a snowbird and own a home here, she actually needed, she had 2 sets of dishes, her wedding china and her Christmas dishes that she didn't want to move with her. And one of my nephews and his wife took the wedding china. And when my other nephew, nobody wanted the Christmas dishes, I said, well, maybe I'll talk to, my stepson and his wife. And they were so excited. So we ate on those. So I took that picture so that my mom could have a picture of that because I knew that would make her really happy to see that. So that's what that's for, and kind of an important story as well. So what I want to do here is get in some sort of card. There is like some holiday gathering cards here. And I'm just going to go through here and see like what are things maybe that I haven't used yet. I could get some pink in there, but I think that's a little bit too much. What I'm thinking is maybe I can get some green on that card. Let's see, Christmas concert and the countdown. This is another one of those currently cards. I don't have a lesson learned with this. Let's see, I like the Moments to Remember card, but it's the wrong color. There is a new year, new goal here. Hey, Cynthia, Happy New Year to you as well, too. I kind of like that idea that I'm getting some green in here, but I don't like that color per se. There's so much red in here because the wrap that I used was red. That green feels a little bit too pale. The making a list and checking it twice card is kind of cute. I'm probably going to just do that Merry Details card. I'm going to look, and I do have a lot of cards here left, but a lot of these also are things that I just pull from my red and green stack from the year, and those will just go back. So there is a Christmas Gathering card here that I could use, but and I guess I would have a place to to write. Those don't feel good. Like, right, not good, but they don't feel right. This would be a big card to write on. But again, that red is really dominating then. Another Christmas concert. Next year, I'm sure we're going to have multiple concerts because M1 is going to be in middle school, which is just crazy. Okay, so here's another one that I could use. All right, I need to really think about what we wanted. There is this On This Day in December card too that I could use. Maybe I just need to use that Christmas Gathering card, although this one would give me an opportunity to do a little bit more. Like, there's more writing space there. And I could do some sort of embellishment up here. So I guess the question is, do I want to do that one or that one? And I like the green, again, because there's so much red in these photos. I'm going back and forth, aren't I? This would be kind of nice because it talks... Okay, let's do this because it'll talk about their house and, that it was at their house and that kind of stuff. And we had a nice time together. That sounds good to me. Okay. So that can go in here. The other thing that I want to think about right away is I really love this photo, and because it came from my phone, it was too small to easily, if I tried to blow it up as a 4x6, I probably would have cut most of M1's ear off, although I also didn't get much of my daughter-in-law's in here, but she is here. And so I just left this as is, and it's 2 4x6s. So these are, I just printed these and these and didn't chop them apart. These are chopped apart because they're in 4x4s. But that means that this one I've left space that I need to definitely figure something out to back that, because I'm not going to want to back it with that. And then the other thing is I chopped these two apart because I wanted to actually leave space here as well, so I could use the same paper up here as down here. I just thought it would be nice to get some paper in there, and I thought about doing that like on these photos, but then I would have been mounting a lot of 4x6 photos, and that just didn't feel right. So let's look at what I have, and I'm already thinking this green. Ooh, let's do this one, because that I can chop in half. Let's get some of that paper used up, right? So this one I am going to go through and cut 4x6 and another 4x6. This paper is like 8 1/4, something like that. I don't remember exactly what it is. It's not exactly the same. And then going to need to mount it on the back of this, and actually that's coming out perfectly. I had goals of getting a lot done today, and I did get a lot of work done. I did get, finally, I went through, because I have a December daily folder in my photos on my computer, and I finally got everything dated in there and actually in the folder. That was kind of a big process. I hadn't touched it since the 15th of December. It's just been kind of a whirlwind between working and, you know, trying to get caught up and all of that. So it was kind of nice to have that done. So then I'm just going to, oh, it might be nice if I actually put the photo on here. So this won't be exactly the same measurement all the way around, but it's close-ish. So let's put this in here. And maybe this is kind of why I was thinking green too, because I don't know. It's making me think Christmas trees. This is not even over here. I don't know what's going on there, but okay. I don't know what's going on there, but that's okay. We're just gonna deal. Okay, so we've got that tucked back in there. And you know lately how I've liked to use the pockets to kind of help me audition stuff. So I'm okay with that. So then I'm going to put this on the back of this one. I probably should check to see if I have the direction of this going the same way. I do. I don't know that you would notice it so much because I don't have a lot of space here. Yeah, I cut this, somehow cut that uneven. So let me just even this out on my trimmer here. That's why that other one wasn't even. I cut it unevenly, and I'm not quite sure how I do that on a trimmer that's straight, but I did. Okay, this is such a sweet photo of my boyfriend. Oh, and now I need to cut this down a little bit too. So I'm going to do it. Oh yeah, I can cut it from the top. I'm just going to go in and cut these down because I trimmed that top now. I need to trim a little bit more off so that I have a little bit of space around these photos. This is such a sweet photo of my boyfriend with M number 4. That's what I was going to start to say. And I think I'm going to trim just the smallest bit off this side. I want to be careful because otherwise I'm going to trim my daughter-in-law out of the photo. But I'd like to have a little bit of space between the two photos. Yeah, I think this will work. Not much, but just a little. There's so much going on here, it's hard to see. Here, there we go. And I'll just grab this, put a little bit of glue on here for now. I can always come back and add more in. Play with this a little bit and see if I can get a decent margin on these two. Oh yeah. Actually, I'll even bring them in a little bit more. Okay, good. That kind of did what I wanted it to. I'm dealing with a lot of crooked today because something there is crooked too. Just gonna get this so that they don't wiggle on me. Okay, so now we have the photos in and kind of the bones of what the layout is going to be. Going to just mount these to the back of this card here. Looks like this photo might be a little, yeah, it's a little bit smaller than this card. So I'm just going to do a quick trim here. I checked the side of the card so that I don't, like I didn't take off something, a margin that I didn't want to. Okay, and then this one again a little bit small. So let's see. Just looking to see what side I want to trim from here. That way, if I put like anything like from a side here, I won't need to worry that, because I've done that before. I couldn't trim from the side I really wanted to trim from. I guess would be the best way to explain that. Okay. Ta-da, I've got all that. I have space right here. So I could do something about Christmas, you know, Christmas stuff. The kids got a lot of games. That was really fun. I'm looking to see if there's anything about Christmas dinners or anything like that. I've consolidated things as well so that my phrases are all on one side now, so I don't have to look through everything. Hey Barb, Happy New Year to you as well too. Magic of the holiday season. Let's see, best gift ever. It'd be nice if I could put something in here, or I could also just do the date right there as well. Look and see if there's anything here. Decorate on holiday, Merry. It certainly was merry. Maybe I should be using these labels because there's less of these phrases left, and like less things that I could, you know, use, I guess. Can always use some of these to label. I do like that there's a little Ellie Studio piece there that says count it all as joy. I don't like it on that though. Okay, not my favorite for this. I do have presents here, but they're kind of big. And I have a couple here as well, so maybe I could use some of those here as well. I do have room to do a really big phrase there though. Let me see if I have a big, there is, there's one that says the more the merrier, but there's also one here that says the magic of this holiday season. And I like that one. I'm going to do that on this photo. And that's the back side of all the other photos. So I think if it's a little bit different, it will be fine. If there is something, we could do a whirlwind of fun and magic here actually as well, because this was a whirlwind. It was crazy. Pull that out. These pull out from the side. Remember that. I've talked about that before. This photo is not a whirlwind because they're having a really sweet little moment there, but it was a whirlwind. Okay, so we've got something on the back here. After I said I wasn't going to use those phrases and I was going to concentrate on these, then I did it anyway. But that's okay. Okay, so we need numbers somewhere. That could go down here. Just trying to see, family fun would be kind of neat. Maybe up in there. Not going to tack anything down very hard here so that I can get it up pretty easily if I want to. Red cup, let's see, ho, ho, ho. There is a gather together here. There's magical. There's a December. I do like that this is that light green. So I'm going to take this because this whole spread can open up and there'll be opposite corners here. So maybe I could try to do that with something else, like Mary here. And I saw another one, December. And maybe I don't do it, oh, here we go. So we're gonna do December here. And then what I think I'll do is maybe grab Mary and put it here. If I do it here, I'm covering up. Let's see, let me just kind of look at this. M4's face is right there. So I think it would be nicer if it was here. Now let's see what that looks like. Some kind of, not exactly opposite, but a bit. Let's see, we've got joyful and visiting as well. So visiting. Maybe visiting comes up here. And joyful could come down here, and then this could be Mary. Let me look and see then if I kind of like the spread of where things are. So they're not all exactly in the same place. So the 2 greens, 2 pinks, reds. Every little spread has something on it. Okay, I think that's good. So what I'm going to do now is pull these, I think, and pop them on. And that's, I think I've done this the last couple of days. If you're not sure, or you need to play around a little bit, this is a great way to do this, is just add them in that way. Now, I could very easily do enamel dots. I could do some of those, like I've got almost little stars in some of these. So that would be a good thing to do, you know, to add a little bit of something to each of these. So I'll look at that in just a minute and decide whether I'm going to do it with dots or stars or what. Oh my gosh, the kids, my granddaughter got this silly chicken butt game. I don't know what that was. Exactly. I gave it to her, but I had never played it. Her mom said it would be good. And she got me playing it, and it was a lot of running around. Like at one point I was doing jumping jacks, and that's not good when you're still coughing. But I did it anyway, because they're my grandkids. Okay, so then this one I can actually glue together now, because I know what's happening. And I did not yesterday. I don't want these labels to stick too long because they can try to stick permanently then. We don't want that. Okay, so there's that one. And the magical one. This one needs to come on, yeah. And I'll go back and any of the other ones that I haven't glued down, I'll do that later. And what I'm planning on doing also is I'm going to do one extra vellum page today. I've been working a ton today, trying to get end of the year stuff done for my business. Okay. So I think it's time to have a little bit of fun. Okay, so there's magical. Oops. There we go. Better. Okay. So I like the way that is sort of those little labels are coming across. That will close and you'll see 3 different colors there. I did talk about trying to maybe get in a little bit of red. That might be something that I need to write and then do it. The one thing I wish I had more of is these little guys, because that would be perfect there. But let's see what else I have besides enamel dots. I have some of these, like these big pieces here, but I only have 4. And I'd like to get, whatever I do, I'd like to add back here as well, since it is a little bit different than what was going on the front, and that would help kind of pull it together. So, oh, and I need to really seriously think about, I think the date can go here, and maybe we do the date in red. I have a 30 here. Let's see how that'll look. Yeah, I think that'll be good. I'm gonna leave that on there for a second because, or maybe I could take it, off. I was thinking I'd do that. Or do I have a 30 in, you know what would even be probably better? As much as I like the idea of using that, I just realized I have a 30 label here, which looks like all these other labels. So it makes more sense to do that, actually, I think. I don't, do I have green? I do have green ones. I don't have a green 30. Otherwise, I might have done that, but that's okay. Let's do this. I could see, just playing a little bit to see if this 30, nope, it won't. They're in these labels that I've used so little of. I love labels like that. So that's kind of crazy that I've not used very many of those. Okay. So that makes a little bit of sense now too, that really kind of matches more what's going on in the rest of, you know what I need to do? I just thought of what I need to do here. I have so many puffy hearts and stars, the mini ones from last year even still. I think that would be fun to do on here. So let's play around a little bit and see what we're going to do. And I'm thinking green up here. I could do pink, and I'm going to do hearts because it's my grandkids. I have solids and stripes that I can use and some polka dots as well. So she's wearing, that's actually red. Here's the pink one. Now that wouldn't have been the worst, but okay, green. I don't want to do red on red actually. But actually, let's do, I haven't done any blue on this. And I have blue. So we'll just add some different colors in here. Okay, then let's add And I have solids and maybe actually, let's not do the solids because I do the solids all the time. Let's do some non-solids for something a little bit different. Okay, then let's do a red up here. I have blue here. I could do a reverse of the green that I have. And be careful where that one goes though, because I don't want to cover up his bow. Oh, and I need one here. Let's see, I was going to say, do I have like a blue stripe left? I do. Or a blue polka dot. Let's see, stripe, stripe, 2 polka dots, 3 polka dots. Let's do this one as the 3rd stripe. That feels a little big though, so I'm going to see if I can grab a smaller one. There we go. So just different little hearts here to kind of carry that theme out. And because it's my grandkids, it totally makes sense that I've got hearts. I'll probably do a heart on here somewhere after I journal. And then we have 2 more to do here. Let's see, I have, looking to see, do I have things? Here's red. Maybe green. Looking to see, I did that, I'm thinking a darker green back here. So I'm going to change this because there is a light green polka dot. I saw it right there. I know this is all like, you know, small details. Probably doesn't really matter, but it is to me. And then I have a dark green or a light green there. Yeah. I don't think I have anything quite as solid as that other one, but that looks good. Okay, so then I use like right there. Let's see how many. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of those hearts, just like that, I used up. And I like it that it's on this particular page. Okay, so I have a date on here. I have a journaling card. I probably will do another heart, but maybe not, you know, once I get to it. But that's how that goes. And I like that I did get at least a little bit of some paper and things in here. And I do like the fact that those labels are a little bit more solid. I'm going to go grab the book so I can get these in. And then I'll pull out the vellum page. Okay. So that one and that one. That one and that one. Okay. So we have that. Now the other vellum page. So here's the one we did with that cute little deer, because this was a more formal and then this was a less formal. So we got that. There we go. Here's the other one. Okay, so let me do, this one's going to come between day 15 and day 16. I think part of the problem with this layout on the right for me is I'm still not loving that 16. Hold on a second. Maybe I need to look and see if I can change that. It's just bugging me for some reason. It has been since almost the beginning and I didn't change it and I probably should have. This is that, it's cute. I like the fact that it's that candy stripe, but I'm just not, it doesn't stand out enough, and maybe that's part about why this whole layout is bugging me. So let me see, I have these numbers. Actually, these will probably be about the same size. So let me go back here and see if I like these. These are a Pink Fresh Studios Alpha, I think, right? Yeah, Happy Holidays. And I don't, let me see if it tells me from what year. Last year, it says 2022. And I will tell you, I like that a whole lot better already with that card. It just felt, there was something about that was causing me, I don't know, it felt like it felt like it didn't belong to me. I know that seems a little crazy. I am going to go through though and put these two back on this page here just so I don't forget. Because I can use these in other years or whatever. And this one was a Thicker's Alpha Winter Wonderland. That's much older. Okay, so that actually right there, that made me happy. I probably would not need to do that now. It wasn't the two layouts together. It was just bugging me. I think this card was bugging me is what it was. Isn't that funny that it's something like that will change that so much? And guess what? You're allowed to change things if you want to. Fortunately for me, it was something that was easy. But let's do this anyway, since I want to get at least, I probably want another vellum page besides this. I did pull these two elements from here. So, you know, I bought this little charm originally thinking I was probably going to hang it from my book, and then I have decided not to do that. So now I need to figure out what to do. So I do like this. And I thought this was just a simple tree. I could come in with some presents here because I do have some left, I believe. Let me see what I have left here. I also want that scale to not be too weird. Those might be kind of big because those are kind of huge. Here's one that might work a little bit better. Like maybe, it is a little weird when they're kind of flat like that, but maybe something like that. This one I don't love for that application. Okay, so I am going to need to punch the enforcers here. This is my We Are Memory Keepers punch that I talked about when I did this the other day. Oh, and this is funny. Didn't even remember this, but this is right across from that wrapping. So this would be kind of a cool thing if I did this page like this. But so anyway, We Are Memory Keepers punch. I will eventually then do those reinforcers before we're done. I like to put doilies on here. If seeing the glue behind the vellum doesn't bother you, that's okay. I have just used like printed vellum with stars, that kind of stuff, but I didn't buy any of that this year. And I don't have anything big enough to do what I would like here. I'm also keeping in mind that this is kind of in the gutter of the book. I will go down to, I talked about this the other day, and I'll glue those edges down a little bit more. And then I'm going to take one and glue it to the other side right away, because we'll do something on that side as well. And that I don't have any idea. So that'll be kind of fun. We'll figure that out. Oh my gosh, you guys, I can't believe what a difference that made. That was one thing that every time I went through the book, that bugged me. So, yay for that no longer. All right, so we kind of had this sitting like this and this, I think. Or maybe this. Yeah, I think it has to be the other way. Otherwise you lose the green present. But that red could come over this one too. And I'm trying not to leave too many places where I'm seeing like weird trap space. And I keep using these December 2023s in ways that I've never used them before, which is actually kind of fun for me, something a little bit different. Okay, does that feel mostly even? I'm gonna stand up and see. Yeah, I think it does. Okay, so glue from the like top down, they call this. I'm gonna just pull that out. Okay. I can move these if I need to a little bit. And then I'll get the rest of that tree in just a minute. Okay, so that December 2023, we'll go over the top of those. I'll just get this, maybe a little bit more glue all across here. This is coming up pretty badly, so I'm gonna just glue these, add these a little bit more here. It's just picking up, so that way then we won't have to deal with that. Not releasing my ATG properly there, by the way. That's not the ATG's fault, it's mine. With things like this, if I can, I like to use ATG on it. It's just a stronger adhesive. So I kind of roll. Oh, thanks, Barb. I kind of roll it. If it's, you know, if it's in the middle of a place where there's an opening, I roll it around it a little bit. Okay, now I also can always come back in later with my glue pen, which I'll probably do a little bit on these edges and maybe get some of that glued in. And look at that, you guys, we got the charm used. And I really like how that looks. So that will sit like this. We're definitely going to need to do a reinforcer here, just because this now makes this a little bit heavier, but I haven't had any problems with flipping that chipboard piece. Okay, so that's that little scene. Now we need one across from this, and this is a little mix of some of my the Happy Holidays. I'm just trying to think. I have a sticker sheet here. I have chipboard too that I should look at. Maybe let's look at some chipboard for some dimension here. I do like this Merry Christmas. So maybe we can create something around that. And all I'm really doing is kind of collaging an embellishment cluster, but there's only one kind of Santa Claus. You could do, like I could open that frame up and do something there. I like the idea of this door a little bit as well, because we went to their house. Let's see. And these are some of the big titles right here that I used on the ones last week. This one's kind of cute, the Feeling Festive. Let me see if I can do anything with this door. There's a Christmas tree too. That would be fun. Okay, not loving the door. It's so rectangular for this. There is a cute little Santa car here, but I think it's a little big. Yeah. that'd be hard to work with because it's so narrow. Okay, so back to, let's see, what's on this? There's a decorated Christmas tree. Just playing around until I get what feels right. And I can always, these are frames. So you can like pull those apart. That's kind of cute, actually. Now, one thing I would say though is then, what are we going to do in the middle here? I do have, I'm seeing this Christmas light string. I think there's a light string in the border stickers here. Hold on a second. So we could like pull that, and then I just saw another sticker that might work here. It says Holly Jolly. So can I make that work? If I pull this over just a little bit, I can. I want to be careful though, because I don't want to see any of this frame. Okay, I'm going to pull this off of here because I don't need anything to stick to the doily yet. I need to get this created. So best to do that on a place where none of that stuff is going to stick, right? Okay, so maybe drop this down a little bit here. I'm watching so that the bottom line of the bottom of this frame and the tree don't match up. That will kind of play around with a little bit. And then the Holly Jolly, or I could bring this Holly Jolly even over a little so that it overlaps that side of the frame. And they're all kind of touching here. I don't know how easy that is for you to see. Okay, oh, I think I have it. I'm gonna lightly set that there. Okay. Sometimes when I do this, then I need to kind of move things out of the way so I can see. And that's what I'm going to do here. I love the Holly Jolly too. I think it's really cute. I needed something to fill that space, and I think it's perfect, and it looks really cute because remember we're across from this one. I think it looks really cute in there. Okay, let's just get that pulled in a little bit. Okay, committing. This one I'll come back and do. Actually, I'm going to get my glue pen because I should have put some glue around that frame before I did this, but sometimes, no, Holly Jolly, you have to stay. The doilies can be a little hard to stick. Anyway, I'm going to just use the glue pen here because I think it'll just work better than trying to get the ATG under here. Always good to have another kind of, like a wet glue. Oh, thanks, Barb. Oh, thanks, Krista. Yeah, I think they're kind of fun. Just going in and having a little fun here. Now, obviously, that's raising up again, too. So let's get this kind of down here, and then I'll go back in with my glue pen and really give this a glue so that it doesn't do that. Okay, at least it's not pulling up anymore, so that makes me happy. Okay, so I have a choice of doing that. And I kind of like the lights here, the little banner lights. I have a bow that I could probably use, but let me see. I think I like the banner lights. Yeah, and that is cute. If you're like a less is more kind of person, actually if you're a less is more person, you probably wouldn't have gone as far as I have already, but that's a nice way to do that. I just like the lights because of the nod to the lights on the tree here. So that's what I'm going to do. We'll get that down. All right, there we go. Okay, so we have the Holly Jolly, and we have the this little present one. And this right now, this is kind of not so. It's you know, kind of all wonky because it's standing. It's flat, but I store my books like you would a book on a bookshelf, so that I don't have to worry about that kind of a thing. So now the next thing I'm going to do is punch some circles here, and I'm going to punch this circle for the back. Let me grab my, and I just grabbed my scraps from this, and then we'll see what I can come up with here. I prefer a darker color, I thought. Oh, and I do have that fur paper that matches this. As I'm doing this, I throw stuff to the side a lot. That may be where it is. So I know I have a piece there. This is it, I think, right here. There we go. That's what I really wanted. Just because I like the dark green with that, tree is what I'm thinking here. By the way, the doilies that I used today are from Sunny Side Up Bakery, which is the Hobby Lobby in the baking aisle at Hobby Lobby. I really want to punch this punch really hard. Oops. And I didn't. The second one didn't work because I didn't pull the first one out first. I don't love the fact, I like punches when you can actually see where you're punching. And you can't do that with this one. Okay, there we go. So we have that one. This is a good place to use your scraps. And that one. And that one. Okay. All right. Again, we are memory keepers. That's what that punch is. Just want to make sure I'm using the right. Uh-oh. I probably just, oh, there it is. I was like, I probably just scraped that off the desk, and that's exactly what happened. So let's get these on here before, and actually I can just do it right on here. This is when a glue pen comes a little bit handy. I do have like the fine line bottle, but I have not been able to get like the right consistency of glue for a long time with that. I used to love that thing, and I have a very love-hate relationship with it right now. Okay, so we're just gonna do these two on this side. Now, if I'd only had that one green, could I have used it? Sure. Or, you know, one or the other green. But since I have the appropriate color, the one that's more of an Ellie Studio, and then the one that is more of a, the Happy Holidays collection from Echo Park, I'm going to do that. Okay, so there's that one. Now this is easy because I can see the white backing. Pop that one on. we got it. So that probably wasn't that long. I mean, I've done the page and this extra piece in less than an hour. So let's see how this looks. So super cute. Like the idea, if I do say so myself, that I pulled in the whole present theme again with this across from here. And then this one again, and this is, we were with my grandkids dropping something off first. So it was really kind of a holly jolly time. And then with this page, and then the colors sort of coordinate. I'm actually using the same green here. I didn't even realize that. And then this changed the world for me. So if you can go back, if something is bugging you, do it. So I'm going to grab my book again. I keep putting it back on the shelf instead of where I keep it. I kind of display it at Christmas for one in my scrapbook room. Sometimes I'll display it out in my living room, but this year it's been in my scrapbook room. It makes it handy for me to catch it. Okay, and then that, and then the reinforcers are there. I talked about this one. I did the other one. Because if you don't, that vellum will tear. I've had it happen. If you don't have this punch, what I've done before is washi tape and then punch through the washi tape, but that can stick, just so you know that. Or you can take another piece of like paper that would coordinate, and just cut a strip that's the same size as this is. And then just do that and then punch through the 3 layers so that that way you've got this is a little off here. Looks a little funny. So I'm going to pull that in just a little bit. Anyway, so that way you, this is being sassy and I might cut it if it doesn't behave itself. I might have to do that. Okay, anyway, you can punch through the 3 layers, and then that would give you a little reinforcer too, so that it's wouldn't do that. I think if you have acetate, it's a little bit, it's a little bit thicker, and I've never had a problem with that ripping. And what I do is if I have a printed acetate and it's kind of like a filmy color like this, I don't put anything on it between them. But when I do the vellum, and I suppose you could leave the vellum just as it is, but it's another opportunity to play and decorate. So I leave that on. So there we go. So here's the one between day 15 and 16. And then the pages we did today, which I have to come back and do my journaling here fairly quickly. Get that done. And then look for another spot where I might want to do, this would be a good one, except it's the same day. And that is as well. I have thought about between these two, I could do one. That is only, let's see, this is between 15 and 16. So if I do that, this is 20, and I guess that's not so bad. 20, 21. The other place I thought I could do it was here as well, even though I made this page a little bit more solid because there's so much going on with this. My one thing though is if I do like another specialty page here, it's just more stuff here. So I don't know, I guess if I kept it really simple and just did like something like a joy or something like that, I could do that with I could do it with a much smaller doily as well. I do have little 4-inch ones that could work as well. So that might be something. That's something I'll think about, and but I have to decide pretty quickly because I'm getting to the point where I'm going to be done. So tomorrow I'll be back, definitely doing page 31. I have toyed with, if depending on what happens tonight, I don't think we're going to do anything for New Year's Eve, or nothing exciting anyway. So depending what happens tonight, I may actually be done with pretty much I've got to take some photos of some client gifts, and that's about it. And that's usually, that'll be my page for the first. And then I need to get in this page with something on the back of that. So, and that again could be one of these pieces here as well too, or a Merry Christmas, or I could create another collage. So I'm not sure how long past the first I'm gonna go. We'll see. Could be not much, could be a lot. And I do have, like, I still have, you know, this big Merry Christmas sticker. So that could go on the back. I could actually work right on this, but the thing that I think would be fun is maybe to take some of that LE Studios paper, or even some of the paper from that Happy Holidays collection, and use the LE Studios stuff. I still have a lot of labels, but these plain labels just go back into my regular LE Studio labels when I'm done, if I don't use them all. But I'm getting down here. Plus, I still have scrapbooking to do yet. I still have some regular layouts. So anyway, I guess message there is you'll see one tomorrow for sure, and then we'll kind of figure out where it goes from there. So, oh, thanks, Gail. That's really sweet. So, all right, Happy New Year's Eve to you as well. Happy New Year's Eve to you guys. If you're out doing something, definitely stay safe. I will, like I do every year, eventually do a walk through the whole book so that you can see how it's all come together once I figure out what I'm doing. So we'll go from there. All right, you guys, have a great rest of your day. Oh yeah, thank you, Krista. Can you tell what I'm wearing? You can tell here, actually. Actually, I threw a Packer, I have a little Packer sweater on, but it's light, so I just threw a zip up over the top. But yes, Go Pack Go is right. So anyway, we will, you guys all take care. Have a great rest of your day, and I will be back tomorrow. Bye, everybody.